at it.
It's
Came in.
bit black is just about right.
Yeah, but my watch broke. So the other one, I got today a new one.
Hi, Jan's
I have to
iPhone.
take the thing off the thing. Lori has to come and do it.
Hey, how you doing?
Good evening.
How are you?
Hanging in there. How about you?
Good, thank you.
I have therapy.
Good.
Once a week. It's what I'm trying to-
Too many wires. We need to go wireless here. I need an IT person.
Vacation today. Came Monday and Tuesday. this week. Next week, but Wednesday it's game and over. I gotta do every day. Plus, when you can't lift your leg. But she said the exercise.
Oh, really?
There's another day.
They went to high school together. Can you see us, Jan?
Everybody.
Yeah, all good.
I have to do exercise.
You can see me?
And I just did.
Yeah, it's all good, Chrissy. I can see it.
Okay, great. Thanks, Jan.
Okay, though.
Okay, we got Jan on so far. Hi, Sue. How are you?
Hi, Joan.
You want to move over?
Yes,
Well, maybe
you're a million bucks somewhere. That's true, boy. But I didn't have that fall, I'd be all right. That fall really didn't.
Oh, actually, no, you already have.
You-
I think it'll-
you're recruiting.
Yeah. Good thing. Good.
Thank God.
Yeah.
Did you remember?
You want me to turn the air on? No.
The summer went quickly down. Summer went.
I'll come home and
Leave that for what's her name?
Fresh air.
People would be here for. I thought we were going to be late. My daughter picked me up early. She went home. She said, when I'm done, I'm gonna call. and pick me up. That root canal, she went today and they did something more.
At our fall Christmas tree.
They made a mistake.
Oh,
They
that's
put
me. I was.
something else they have to take for something. She's really.
I jumped in the zero. Got candy.
How are you doing?
No, I don't.
Hey, girl.
Yeah, this worked out perfect. Yeah. We're just waiting on Maria. Oh, you got that?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, great.
What's?
Oh, I feel a nice.
Yeah. Yeah. I have 2 more minutes. One more minute.
Well, we have three commissioners.
Oh, I did.
Yeah, Maria didn't get here yet. Yeah, I don't want to call her so if she's driving. How are you? Good, how are you? Good, thanks.
No.
See, I just hit my switch off.
Yes.
You know, there's a little thing.
I just was like,
Put it down.
and the ring.
I'm used to seeing you walking outside. I never see you sit still.
I've got my. See you at
Yes, 5 o'clock on the nose.
Right on the nose. Everybody attention. It's 5 o'clock. I'm opening the meeting today. Matt Erickson could not make it today, so I'm presiding this today over the meeting. I'll call the meeting to order at 5 o'clock. Please rise for the pledge of allegiance.
Behind you.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Will somebody make a motion to approve the minutes of August tenth,
Make a
two
motion.
thousand twenty-two regular meeting?
Make a motion to approve the minutes of the August tenth,
And
twenty
sec-
twenty-two meeting. I'll second it.
Helen, second it by Sue Nastri. Okay, now Christine Warren will read the executive director's reports for August.
Hello, thank you for coming, everyone. All of our operating funds for our federal sites were completed for the month of August 2022. Move-ins this month, we had 3 move-ins, 1 at GBL 1, 2 at Oak Terrace. No transfers, and we had 8 move-outs, 2 at GBL 2, 1 at Lewis Circle, 2 at Robert E. Hunt Congregate, and 3 at Oak Terrace. So the boys are very busy, I should say the men, the maintenance men. Housing Choice Voucher Program, we had 2 new move-ins in August, no transfers and 1 move-out. We still remain at number 80 for the Section 8 Housing Choice Voucher list. We're at full capacity right now and don't have many rental properties in town. This is a story across the state right now. Waiting list, George B. Lewis 1 and 2 sites. We have 40 applicants remaining and the list is currently closed. Lewis Circle 2-bedroom, we have 63 applicants remaining. That list also closed. Lewis Circle 3-bedroom, 24 applicants remaining, also closed. Robert E. Hunt Congregate, 90 applicants remaining. The list is currently open and that's the only one we have open. Oak Terrace Apartments Studio, we have 37 applicants remaining, and 1-bedroom, we have 7 applicants remaining. That list is also closed. Section 8 waiting list, 420 applicants remaining, and that list is also closed. Property and site updates, George B. Lewis 1 and 2 complexes. George B. Lewis 1, 71 Osborne Road, the sidewalk replacement is complete. New garbage pads were installed. Precast concrete curbing is now being installed. Paving is estimated for late September, early October. And sidewalk railings removed will be cut into sections, sandblasted, reinstalled, and painted. That's where we stand right now. We're getting costs to refurbish them. Rather than get new railings, we're waiting for prices from the contractor, because the plan was to put in new railings, but the railings that are there are good, so they're saying it's better to just sandblast them, repaint them, and put them back in place, but we're waiting to see what the numbers are. GBL 2, 1013 Weed Drive. Site meeting was held with our board chairperson, Matthew Erickson, Carmelina Goncalves, the site manager, Adam Janis from maintenance, the Borough of Naugatuck, in Coachella Paving, along with Beacon Brook representative. Had a site meeting here on Weed Drive to discuss the road. As most of you are aware, Beacon Brook did sign an agreement years ago stating that they would maintain the road, and they haven't adhered to that. So we have taken legal action and they are planning on abiding to it. However, they have to, the quote that I got was like a year old, so they have to get a new quote on repaving it. And they're gonna repave the road, hopefully before winter, but no guarantees. In the meantime, the town was very nice, or the borough, and patched the potholes for us again. So going forward, Beacon Brook will be responsible. We will, of course, pitch in on the plowing as we always do. Adam will drop his plow coming through, but ultimately they're responsible for the maintenance summer, winter, year round. So hopefully they'll get that done. Our legal counsel is also on top of them, so that's helping to get it done. Okay, Lewis Circle. The other issue here is we have a site inspection scheduled for both George B. Lewis sites for Tuesday, September 27th. Residents have not gotten notice yet because I have requested a delay because of the work we're doing up on Osborne. If an inspector comes through now, it's hard for him to make proper judgment because we've got railings missing and obstructed, walkways, etc. If I can't, I'm waiting to hear back from HUD. If I can't cancel it, you'll get a notice by the end of the week, probably letting you know that September 27th, we would have an inspection. And we both sites, Osborne and Weed. The inspector comes the day of and picks random, probably 30, 40 units, and will come through. So I don't get much notice. So we kind of, it's, yeah, they come and then we have to go. But we'll try and give you enough notice. They are only required now to give us 14 days notice. So I got the notice Friday and I've been requesting an exception. So I'll let everyone know where that stands. Lewis Circle, COD has also scheduled an inspection for that site for next Thursday, the 22nd. Random Apartments, once again, will be selected for inspection. Carmelina Goncalves is in the process of re-inspecting units over there for any recent damages or repairs. They were inspected a few months ago, but being that it's family housing, damage accrues quickly. So we have to go through and make sure there's no damage. We're also, I'm also lining up power washing for Lewis Circle and George B. Lewis sites. Osborne will probably have to wait because of what's going on up there, but they're all on the schedule to be power washed.
We have enough dust.
Yeah, it's better to wait till after. Okay, kitchen fire at 44 Lewis Circle. JP McGuire has completed installation of the electrical box and wiring, sheetrock and kitchen floor were installed. It's been painted. Now we're just waiting flooring, which is being completed in the living room, and cabinets are coming in tomorrow. So, I said October 15th, we may get the tenants back into their apartment by October 1st. Crossing our fingers. But if not, they are prepared to wait till the 15th. It all depends on the work progress, the cabinets going in, and then the building department's gonna have to inspect them. I had requested a grant a few months ago for CO detectors for Lewis Circle. Unfortunately, it wasn't selected. It was kind of random. It was a shot in the dark and I tried it. So we're gonna have to buy those CO detectors and put those in at Lewis Circle before the end of the year. Sorry, Paul. Robert E. Hutt Congregate Complex. The heating contractor, TriStar, has begun installation of new zone valves and thermostats in the common areas of the building. We're awaiting delivery of the radiators. The apartments will also be getting new radiating heating and thermostats. And he's actually began this week working on some of the apartments on the floor, putting in zone valves. But radiators are on back order, just like everything else. So, but that's progressing along nicely. Oak Terrace, we had a summer picnic on Friday, August 19th. The police officers came, enjoyed lunch with us. Several of the officers that were on duty came over and had some food with us. It was nice. They walked the site and it was great. We have a lot of police presence up there and it's wonderful to make that, you know, to make that connection and let the residents see the officers so they know who's there and who's in the area. I'm in the process of obtaining quotes for a new generator for Oak Terrace. I placed a request for gas service with Eversource. Because basically what we have up there now is a diesel generator, which isn't really conducive. And they're very hard to get nowadays. So it's better for us to get a gas generator if we can get a gas line put in. So I'm waiting on Eversource. In the meantime, I'm getting the quotes for a gas generator. And we'll have to proceed as soon as we can get, you know, prices from Eversource for the gas line. The Oak Terrace Neighborhood Watch concerns have been relayed and investigated by the Naugatuck Police Department. The active lines of communication appear to be working, and there, as far as I can see, have been a decrease in the amount of suspicious activity. I mean, face it, we're always going to have something going on, especially in a large complex like that with disabled and elderly. But for the most part, I really have to thank the police because the response time has been wonderful. The patrols have been up, and the requests that Sue and everyone is sending through to Sue have been getting investigated and responded to quite promptly. So it's been a big help. We are asking that the residents please do not put themselves in harm's way by confronting anyone for lease violations or illegal activity. Please bring it to the site manager, executive director, myself, attention so that the violation is noted. We will address the tenant violations with the tenant directly. I don't want anyone putting themselves in harm's way or getting into any type of confrontation with the residents. So even the police department said urgent issues should be reported to them. They'll come investigate at the time. And please don't wait till until a meeting to address police concerns. Always call the police department immediately. I mean, you could call me and let me know what happened, but if it's something urgent, call the police right away, especially so they can investigate it if there's someone's at risk or if there's any dangerous situation or illegal activity. And that's it.
Now you have the The maintenance director's reports.
Maintenance director's report for August. Unit renovated total, we had 5 completed in the month of August. 12 after hours calls, 3 with no dispatch. 97 work orders completed. Blade and Flamore delivered monthly food bank delivery of food boxes to NHA residents at Oak Terrace and Congregate. Community room and restrooms were cleaned at all sites. The grass was cut only once, but I think it might have been twice, because it's hard for me to tell from the reports. Weed whacked twice, but it was so dry last month. I think that's why we didn't mow as much. Garbage pails and lids were removed from the congregate trash rooms and washed. The trash rooms were all cleaned. Sidewalks were blown multiple times already for acorns. Here we go again. 5 Oak Terrace heat pumps were cleaned by MJ Daly. Trying to keep track of this, so I have a log of it. So we had 5 units cleaned and we had 1 unit replaced. Maintenance mechanics report, fixed dryer hoses in building 25 laundry room, sprayed the roof of building 12 for mold growth. Parking lines were repainted at Ida Street office. Speed bumps were repainted at Oak Terrace. Some parking lines were repainted at Oak Terrace. New conference room chairs that we received for the office were assembled by maintenance. Repaired backup horn on 2006 Chevy Silverado, and fixed tailgate handle on the Chevy Silverado also. And that's the maintenance report for August.
And I could ask questions, but I'll wait until after the officer talks.
Okay, yeah, perfect.
Next, we have the police department. Your monthly report.
How are you guys? I'm Officer Poland. Most of you might not have seen me before, I usually work midnights.
It's early.
Yeah, so I'm currently assigned to the Detective Bureau for 3 months since my last month. So doing a lot of different work. So I help housing for the month of August. There were 4 calls, 3 ambulance calls, and one of those, unfortunately, somebody did pass away. There was an animal complaint, raccoon in the dumpling. Be careful of those. George B. Lewis, 1, the one at 71 Osborne Road, 3 ambulance calls. The other site was here, there were actually 0 calls. Lewis Circle, we had 4, the noise complaint, someone heard, people arguing on Irving Street. Another was a suspicious motor vehicle, neighbors were being harassed by, another neighbor. There's a repossessed motor vehicle and an item found with a debit card. Oak Terrace, there were 99 calls, it's very big because there were 65 patrol checks, that's just officers driving through, just pulling a number. And that's guys who actually pull a number. A lot of times we just drive through and we all want to take off one number. 15 ambulance calls, 2 animal complaints. One was if the tenant had an issue with their cat, they had to leave. We assisted with having contact and get treatment from Tractor Supply. One was to assist a resident who was locked out of the unit. There were 2 community relation functions. That's probably the day that we had the barbecue up there. Unfortunately, I was in Disney World, so I missed that. There was a domestic up there, a verbal argument between husband and wife. There were 6 general complaints. Most of them regarding the same person that was involved in these, but I'll give you a quick rundown from all. There was arguing between building 33 and 34 parties. One person was actually issued infraction for critical service. They heard another one was people were arguing by building 24. It turned out they were actually arguing about COVID. There are another ones, again, 33 and 34. They can't get along with each other. One was trying to provoke another. Another tenant was getting threatening messages from a friend of theirs. They were advised just to block them on any forms of communication. There was one incident where a tenant got punched another tenant because he thought he was breaking into his house at some point in time. Fortunately, the victim denied to pursue any charges. And the another one was another tenant just harassing him with a psychiatric crisis. 3 suspicious motor vehicles. There was an erratic driver in a complex and that he was issued an infraction. Several people saw it. Then there was a GMC, a white one, I believe you had sent a picture of, about a plate that was reported stolen. Did some digging on that, and it was reported stolen by Bridgeport PD. They got taken out of the system because Watertown actually stopped that vehicle, and it was misuse. Basically, misuse is I take my plate and I put it on your car. So I can drive around with registration that's mine. So that car was towed, she was issued a summons, so she had to go to court, so she was arrested. And the car was towed, so it's off the road. There were two calls with suspicious people. There were some young males walking around with flashlights looking into cars. Obviously, I'm sure someone said something or they saw someone, by the time we get there, these kids are long gone. And I will stress that if you do see it, don't confront them. I mean, I don't know if you guys heard about the one on Alma Street, the guy came out
Yeah,
and, you know, he got hit.
yeah.
So yeah, just on the side note, he is doing better, and last I heard he was going to rehab. So
Good.
just yeah, don't confront them. They don't care, these kids. They just and the rap sheets on these kids are just through the roof.
Did they ever catch the guys that hit that man on the street?
So I can't go too much into it because the ongoing
Oh, so ongoing.
investigation, but I will say there are warrants out for the
Oh,
alleged
good.
driver.
Good.
Another one, a man was arrested for just having his grill with the fire was too high. Some part of the right of the tenant said, hey, turn it down. Mother F this tenant being extremely rude. He was then arrested. And it was one traffic control. Basically, that means officer pulling the traffic number to see for any, someone driving erratically or whatnot, and there were no infractions.
No.
Any questions? Yeah, yeah.
Thank you.
Can we have a copy of that report?
Oh, he did give me a
We
copy.
did?
so
Okay,
I'll
thank
give
you.
everyone a
All right,
copy with the
thank you.
minutes.
Thank you very much. All right, now we know, no old business. We'll go into new business, review and discussion with respect to 3 proposals for a new Fisher plow and mount.
We can't hear you back there, I'm sorry.
You can't, oh, I'm sorry.
Sorry.
We're going to review and discuss with respect to 3 proposals for a new Fisher plow and mount. I think that's,
Mhm. Yeah, for maintenance,
Yeah.
we're looking for a new plow.
did we just get a new plow recently or something?
We got a new plow, well, last year, when did we get a new plow for
Last year for the.
for the dump truck?
Oh.
Yes,
So this is for you have
the pickup. Yeah.
2017 Ford pickup, right? All right, I have questions on this. You have, the lowest prices, of course, they gave us a discount of $572.76 off of that $83.50.
Mhm.
So it came to $7,777.24. Well, the next one, Universal Plow, they were, I guess, I don't understand it, need remote, no wiring in place. What's that mean?
This one.
That's
Okay.
from Universal.
Yeah. Oh, wait a second. I think
They only had 1 page, and that's why I didn't understand it.
Yeah, I had a sticky on that. Let me see just here, because one of them we had to get an additional price, HTE. I think my sticky.
Well, Paul went for them. I mean, he must know what the heck is
Yeah.
going on. But I was, then the last one was Hartford Truck Equipment. That was 2 proposals, one for the plow and then one for the
Yeah.
mount.
Because originally they didn't include the mount, so we had that, add that on. I think I wrote a sticky on here, but then they had clarified that everything was included. That was universal.
Well, I question it because I don't know anything about plows or whatever. But why were we given a municipal discount on that other one, the first one?
Technically, we usually get a municipal discount from most manufacturers if they offer it. Not all of them do.
Well,
So
I
they
mean,
do-
that's what brought the price
Yeah.
down, but I don't even know if these other people are better. I don't even understand about the equipment. And
Yeah,
Paul,
Paul had gathered these quotes and reached out to them. That's why most of them are addressed to Paul. But from what I understand, everything was included that we needed on here, right?
Yeah. Plow, the remote and the mouse.
Right. Now, if we had to go back to Universal, that's gonna actually bring it up higher.
well, it was only a $450 difference. And the other one was $700.
Yeah,
Right.
because on the Universal one, Paul, We have, the plow, no truck side wiring or push plates assembled, and that was 8228. So we would actually have to increase that quote. If we add it on, right?
Where you at now? With the-
Push plates and the
Oh,
remote.
he didn't put the push plates on?
Yeah, no, he didn't add it on there.
Oh,
So that would actually bring the quote up higher though.
Right, how about the last one now?
The last one, he did it separate. Do you see how it has two quotes?
Yeah, it had 2 quotes. but we had-
77.75 plus 775 for the mount.
All right. But I don't understand why wouldn't they give us a discount? I don't understand why this one did.
Well,
They
that's
usually do.
municipal price. Some.
That's
see,
why the difference was, I mean, I don't know.
Well, no,
which-
If you look at HTE, it says installed municipal price, so it's included in their all-in price. But Mance lists a municipal discount. If you look at HTE, which is the third quote, he says installed municipal price, so he's
Where
giving
was
us
that
municipal price
written?
right here.
Cause it had seven.
Yeah. They don't always list a
Right there.
discount, they'll just say it's municipality pricing.
Yeah, well, that was 7. It was very confusing the way this was written up. I mean, I read the whole thing, but
Yeah,
I didn't know, why would one give you a discount like that, but there was not
yeah,
different.
the other one is
I
giving
don't
it
know
to
if
you, but it
that's a
doesn't
better
show you the
equipment,
discount.
But they're all the same type
Yeah.
of equipment, right, Paul? Yeah, all right. Well, we'll just do it then. Have you dealt with these people before, this man's auto sales?
yeah, we bought the plow.
The last plow. The last plow.
We got the sander from Hanks. We bought parts from Universal too, as well. I forgot what we bought. there.
Yeah, we've ordered parts for the sander from Universal too, I
Yeah,
think,
parts for that and parts,
but Mance did get our last plow from them.
yeah.
So we'll just make a motion then to approve it. Everybody okay with that?
With Mance.
Yeah.
I have no problem.
All right, now, all right, thank you, Paul. Now we'll have number 9, motion by Commissioner to approve proposal submitted by
Mance,
I guess Mans for a new Fisher snowplow and mount in the amount of. Could somebody make a motion for that? And we'll put the mount in that.
I'll
Make a motion that we accept the quote from Man's Auto Sales and Repair for the new snowplow and mount for the maintenance department. And the amount is 7777.24.
Seconded by,
Me.
okay. So,
thank you.
thank you. Nobody else nobody else is here, Marie, isn't it? It's only 3 of them. All right, we'll go into public comment. And we say that, you have 5 minutes for every comment if you'd like to start. Thank you.
I'm Carol Butler from 11, building 11. A year and a half ago, my refrigerator was infected and they needed a new gas and it hasn't been replaced yet.
How long was that?
A year and a half,
A year and a half?
first inspection, now we just had another one and it's a looking repair.
You know why?
Off the top of my head, no. Did you call back about it all or
I
no?
told the maintenance kid and he knows that, he said he got the part in, but he hasn't had time to get. They're always built the apartments.
Yeah, which we have had a lot of vacancies
So
here.
who's paying the electricity on the refrigerator? I am.
Okay,
So we-
Yeah. we'll look into that, Carol, and I'll follow up on it.
Another thing is, building 12, they have not done any of the bushes in front of building 12.
The bushes, okay.
Thank you.
Gotta tell what's Adam.
Yeah.
All right, anybody else? Rhonda,
Rhonda, I'm from Oak Terrace. There's a lot of violations at Oak Terrace in apartments with people living there. Building 28, building 33, building 26, building 24, and building 21.
could you repeat those again? 20,
So, and there's 2 in building 33.
33, 2.
Yes, and there's 1 in all the other buildings. And I know supposedly it's being addressed, but this has been going on 8 months now and nothing's been done about it. They're
Well, thank-
still living there.
There are things being done. We can't tell you all the details, but we have to take proper action.
But it takes 8 months. They're not on a lease. It didn't
Yeah.
take 8 months to get rid of my boyfriend on a technicality. It took you one day, and these people have been there for 8 months. And now because of it, my health has deteriorated, I'm not doing good at all, and he's gonna be homeless. Okay, but in the meantime, we have a drug addict living there that OD'd in the apartment and the cops were there. We got another girl that OD'd that's living in one of the apartments that OD'd in the bathtub and the cops were there. And they had to take him away and Narcan him, but they're getting away with it. I had never caused a problem. I never do anything wrong in that place. I keep my apartment beautiful. I've been there 40 years. I've never been late on my rent. I've never caused a problem. And I'm being picked on, but they're getting away with it. And I think it's ridiculous. And then some of them got drug dealers coming in and out of there, and they're doing it right in the parking lot, and other people have seen them doing it, and they're still living there, and they're not on the lease.
Okay.
I mean, that's very upsetting to me. Very upsetting. It really is. I'm sorry, but it is.
Now, the unauthorized occupants, I think we have all those addressed, but, have you, expressed that to Maritza about all of them? Cause I know that,
You have a list, and so does Maritza.
how do I have a list? No
Well,
one,
you should. I came to you on 2 of them when you were there that time.
oh, no, I mean. No, but. a
And then I
list?
just recently found out about these other ones, and yes, Maritza knows about it now.
Okay, and
Yes.
how long ago was that? Cause Maritza's on vacation right now. so
Yeah, I know
don't-
she is.
So I can't ask her
she is. I know
when
she
you
is. I
gave
think
her
it
that
was last
information.
week.
Okay, I'll follow up with her.
I think it was last week.
You'll look into that, right?
I'll follow. Maritza is on vacation.
Yes, I know.
Through next week. So.
You got all the numbers.
Yeah, I wrote down the numbers. So a couple of these buildings I have to ask you because I don't know about those, but Maritza might and maybe,
Which building?
well, I don't wanna.
Okay,
I'll
well, you
ask
can
you
talk
after
to
the
me
meeting.
after if
Yeah.
you want. Okay. And I'll tell you, because I know the names too, but I know I can't say that.
I know.
At the meeting,
have
you know
to-
what I'm
yeah, I
saying? I
know,
know
you
other
have to,
people too,
yes,
but yes,
right,
that's why I
right.
just said the building.
Absolutely, you're right.
Yeah, that's why I just said the building.
Okay,
Okay.
thank
I
you.
have a question, are you done?
Yes, I'm done.
Thank you.
Go ahead, Armando.
Somebody here,
I
just a
think-
minute, just a
yeah.
minute. She has her hand up in the back.
Oh, that's very good.
Marilyn Morris, I'm down at 11D. I have a complaint about the mailroom. It's too dark. Well, you just put a new light in. Well, I can't see in there. If you want to see the bulletin board, you need a flashlight to read it.
Adam just put a new bigger light in there. Yeah.
Brighter light.
Have you been in there, recently, Carolyn? At night?
Right now, in South Carolina.
Is it, do you come in at night or during the day?
That's good.
I don't think they left me. Man,
I can't see.
because they
I
were
need a
all
flashlight.
this morning.
Bring a flashlight, maybe a little flashlight or something.
Yeah, maybe, cause I know he did put a brighter light in there, he said it's much better.
They did, wait a minute. Attention.
So, but I'm saving all these pictures.
They are a little high, I will admit that.
Okay, thank you. All right, you're next.
31 years old. Yeah, I know.
Do I have-
I know.
She's done.
Well, I'll check it out anyway, Marilyn.
I just, I have a question, concerning the disabled parking spaces. As you know, parking is at a premium and over there. There are too many cars, not enough spaces. So there's always a problem there. Where I'm living, building 33, the parking lot there,
Mhm.
all right? We have, I think it's 3 spaces designated for disabled.
Which is technically, just to clarify before you go further, handicapped, not disabled.
Oh, what's the
So our handicap spaces at Oak Terrace are for the handicap apartments. So
Okay.
we find that having to clarify this a lot, because so many people have handicap parking permits and stickers, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
These spots are designed for wheelchair loading and unloading, so they're a little bit wider. So those parking spaces are to be left open for the tenants that are in those handicap apartments. Which in your area will be units 31A
Right.
and D.
31A is the one I'm asking about.
Mhm.
I mean, I have nothing against disabled people.
Mhm.
trust me. But she has no car,
Mhm.
but she puts a big orange cone on her space, so no one else can use it. Why?
The reason being,
You have no
because
car.
she doesn't own her own car because she's unable to drive.
Right, I get-
However, she does have ride services and her sister that pick her up for doctor's appointments. So she is not able to walk far to get in their car. So that loading zone, it's for a handicapped person to get in and out. So basically, that apartment, she's still entitled to have parking space for her unloading and unloading, even if she doesn't have a car. Because we have to give her accessibility by law to get in and out of a wheelchair.
So
vehicle.
even if these service vehicles do not use it to pick her up, she still has the right to keep the space
Right,
with the cone and the sign on it, nobody can use it.
because if she knows she has somebody coming to pick her up, you know what I mean? I mean, if she gives the right to somebody else saying, I have nobody coming tonight, you can use my spot. But then who's to say that somebody else won't take it?
Mhm.
So, you know, that's the issue, because they're technically for the handicap department specifically for that. So. You know, it depends on that resident. If they're not using it and they're not going anywhere, but most of the disabled people, even if they don't have a car, they have to get in some type of transportation. They need that extra loading room. That's close to the sidewalk. That's why those spots are there.
Okay.
Okay,
The law is the law, I
Yeah.
guess.
Okay, over there.
Just wanted to know, I know you have cameras on this building, you know, on the outside. Could you put your own camera in your area, just for safety reasons?
I believe you could put it on your front door like the ring, but you can't have a camera pointing at anybody else's
Oh,
apartment.
no.
I believe,
I'm like
you know.
in the parking lot or.
in the parking lot.
On my door, yeah.
Oh, you're putting it on your door?
No, not my door.
Like a ring, I have that at my
Yeah,
house,
you
yeah.
can-
I
You
keep
can put
up.
it on your door, but you can't disable your doorbell. Just so you know that, because a lot of people have done that. They take the ring and they replace it on their doorbell. Now the doorbell doesn't work normal. So then that's a problem for us for inspection. But you can't put a camera like on the outside of the building. In other words, yeah, on the roof or on the balcony or anything, because we can't have obstructions like
No, she's
that.
talking about just the ring on the door. Yeah.
Yeah,
And then there's my back door, and I put one for, and I have real people.
yeah, as long as your doorbells remain intact. You can't alter the doorbells that are there, so you can have your own. Mhm.
And I don't have to.
Well, how does that work if I might add? When you're next to each other, your doors are very close. How can she put one on her door?
Well, it's pointing on her porch. It's not pointing in your apartment.
It would be because the railings come together and then you have a double go through. So how would she do it?
Well,
without
it would be on her,
interfering?
it would be on her door where her
Yeah, I
doorbell is.
understand that, but
So
it-
that's not gonna be pointing on your porch or your front door.
But you can see it. You can see it.
People coming through, right?
Yeah, right. That's my
People
point.
coming through. There's only
Because
one way
there's
to
6
get
foot
in.
between the
But you don't-
railings. So how would that work?
But I think it's the window.
And then it goes straight out, you know.
I
Yeah.
have, you wouldn't even know it's there. Yeah. I understand that part, but for a neighbor that goes in and out 20 times walking around,
I don't see my neighbor coming in and out.
no, you don't. She would see her. There's only 6 feet between them.
Yeah, but it's not pointing at the other person's door, so
No.
it's gonna
Coming
see
up on
anybody,
the sidewalk.
it's gonna be seeing anybody approaching her door, I'm assuming. So I don't see what that issue is gonna be, you know?
I have one too, so
Yeah.
it doesn't, when it goes a certain direction.
I would not my neighbor to do that to me. I think she would know too much of my business by doing that. Having it on camera. She's not my neighbor, but my neighbor's close enough.
Mhm. Okay. Well, we could take a look. I mean, which apartment are you in?
I'm 11C.
Okay, we could take a look at the porch and see how that would affect the person next door.
There's,
Thank you.
don't look at it.
Yeah, that's what I mean. If I look at it, I'll.
Yeah.
Anyone else? Okay,
Okay, I brought this out the last time we were here, down here. The speeding on Osborne Road, I know somebody said they saw a police go up one time. But I have to say, between the hours of 3 and 6:30, the cars are zooming up that street. And on Friday, it's the same gray little sports car almost hit the tractor trailer and one of the construction workers.
Wow.
He skidded and I hope he wet his pants, to put it bluntly, but I walk all the time, so I see these guys up here, but this is ridiculous. They're speeding left and right.
They're on Osmore or they're going into the.
This
county?
is,
They're going into up.
this is 3 to 6:30, so this is
Yeah.
people coming home from work,
Work or
school.
school, and it's real, they're going Jerry fast.
Oh, up
They
and
come
down.
up over, they don't even
Yeah.
see the top of the hill and they're speeding.
Wow. School buses.
School buses are speeding?
I saw this guy. coming
Yeah.
down, Had to do 50.
Wow.
It's 25, you can get up that road.
They come to our house.
One at a time, please.
I know that they had they did recently have a speed monitoring thing over there or something.
It's not working, whatever it's.
Yeah, they put it there to deter it. No, I mean, we put it up there to deter it, so flash is showing what the
Yeah.
speed is, but we'll be honest, no one really cares. It's not, it generates a report of like the amount of like how fast somebody's going, but there's not, it doesn't take a picture and like send a bill.
Yeah.
Just gives us documents of
But
how
it's
fast.
one sports car,
You know what kind of car it is?
it's either, it looks like it's a Mazda sports model, or modified Porsche or something, it's red.
I know which one you mean, so.
Yeah.
What they do is they have those stupid bumpers.
Yes.
Yes. There's a red and a blue one like that,
Yeah.
too.
Gas and it's outrageous.
Okay, the other thing I had was, you people talk about parking, we have the construction. And it's horrible up there. And the guys come and knock on my door and ask me whose car it is, and you know. All the time I'm going to these people's apartment, and then people get nasty with me, because I'm telling you, you gotta move your car, these
Yeah.
guys gotta get around. But the thing is, we have aides and visitors, and they say, well, we can't walk that far, we can't go down the visit. Well, then you shouldn't be here if you're an aide,
Mm-hmm.
and it's getting, Carly has to send out a strict note about it. Because next week, there's gonna be so little parking, it's not even gonna be funny.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm lucky I could park down at the church and walk up, no big deal.
Yeah.
For you.
Yeah, but there's all the people in my building.
I know
actually
she sent
walk.
out multiple and actually, we don't even just send out a notice, we call the people and
Yeah.
say, your aide needs to walk, and there's family members too.
Yeah.
That will park up there and they're able to walk.
Yep.
And
they're
I've said it
parking
to
in
them
the
multiple times,
fire
unless
lane.
you're dropping off groceries or picking up the person, please park at the bottom and walk up.
Yeah.
But when they think nobody's around, they still drive up there.
They're parking in the fire lane. One of the cars almost got hit today by a truck. It's
That road's very
ridiculous.
narrow to begin with, and then,
Yeah,
you know, if you have a vehicle pulled over on the side, then that creates more of a problem. That's why we have a no parking and we have the fire lane there.
and you have our license plate numbers, and the cars that shouldn't be there are parking there all the time. They stay overnight. Yeah. It's really, really hard.
Because I come home, I can't pull my parking spots or somebody there. I use car on top.
I mean, we all taking groceries or whatever, but you know, you have to be considerate.
Mhm.
Don't yell at me because I'm the messenger.
Yeah.
You know,
Especially during construction. I appreciate your patience. I know it's been hard.
Where
and-
I usually park, there's a sign on a fence. It says tenant parking only, but people can't read.
They
They
don't.
can't read. So no matter what it says, they can't read. So they're gonna do what they want.
I mean, we're all neighbors, we have to be considerate of each other. It's common sense. You know?
Well, a lot of people common sense went down the river in the flood.
They don't.
Ms. Owens.
Okay.
So,
No even figured out again.
Now, when people are coming down Lee Drive and want to turn in to our apartments here, there is no sign saying that visitor parking is down the end here and around the corner. They just park any place because they don't know. There is nothing saying where visitor parking is. We do, and they still. When you get around the corner, you'll see a sign that says visitor parking. That's the only one. Nobody goes over here. There should be more direction.
I think we could get another sign to this
Yeah, maybe for a visitor.
when they come in,
Yeah.
and maybe to see it.
You just check.
I think. All right, thank you. Anyone else? Okay.
Okay, you mentioned that and when you're talking about the cameras and that you can't have anything.
up on the roof or say above the gutters or whatever. in there. I think is it building 7, when you first pull in, where the community room is, that first building 7, there's something, someone's got something on the roof there.
That's solar, energy thing.
Yeah. There'll be first building.
Do they have that?
Over
No,
here. No, I think you're talking about Oak Terrace, okay.
Oak Terrace,
Building 7 and solar?
7, no,
Yeah.
there's something on top.
Okay. We'll have to look and see. I mean, it's not.
I
really-
didn't figure it would be. I always look like, why is that? There.
Is it maybe an antenna?
No, it's a camera. It's a camera. I heard.
It is?
Yeah,
Okay.
I heard that.
I'll
I
check it
know
out
that
and
the
see.
rules were
About this.
Building
Rocky
7, right?
next door.
Building 7. Yes.
Living up to my mom. He was putting something up on the roof and I remember like.
Oh, yeah.
he was at the table,
That was a dish,
Yeah,
yeah.
and it's like, we can't have nobody can have anything on the roof there. And then you drive by and there's something up on the roof there.
There's always people that are gonna do crazy
Leave it up to
things.
Rocky.
Yeah, but I'll check out building 7 tomorrow.
It's supposed to have cameras that are in the building. We have cameras.
Yeah,
That's
we
those
have
are
our
legitimate-
cameras on the
That's
building,
legitimate
but,
what we have.
yeah,
So.
yeah. There's some people that have the ring ones, but I haven't seen anything on the roof,
No,
so
I-
I'll have to
no.
check out and see.
It's a small thing, but still, it should, to me, it shouldn't be there because, no, I mean, if that's there, someone else is gonna do it and then it's gonna look
Yeah.
like, you know.
Yeah, no, that's right. Well, thank you. for
I
telling me.
remember the big power of the cameras. It's an individual power source.
Like a solar.
Oh, so it's
power
a
source.
solar panel maybe
Yeah.
for the camera,
I've seen mine some.
It's about the size of that piece of paper.
okay,
I've seen it too.
all right, I'll check it out.
Anyone else? Okay. Art.
Smith, to be or not to be. I don't know how, it does relate to any issues. But the lunch program here. I got a call from Marie yesterday. She's having a whole bunch of stress tests and something's wrong with her, and they can't find what it is. She calls me and tells me that she talked to Alicia and everything. They're gonna close the site down the rest of this week and all next. Now,
Because Marie is unable to
because
serve,
Marie's not- Now, for me, no big problem. I can jump in my car and go to Dutchess.
yeah,
The other people, there's ones that live here,
yeah,
and they don't have that function, you know.
They don't drive.
I remember when I first moved in, when we had the lunch program. up there.
That's
Whenever. Whenever the lady couldn't make it, we have an alternate,
mm-hmm,
and they call her up.
yeah,
to come in. Well, for whatever reason, they don't have alternates anymore. So that means these people here are not gonna get any lunches for the next 2 weeks. Okay, I'm just bringing
yeah.
this
When was the last time she was here?
last Thursday, because on Fridays, we don't have a lunch program. Okay?
So it's only Monday through Thursday?
Monday to Thursday.
They provide me with food also.
Isn't that up to the service to provide if,
You would
Somebody
think-
can.
you know, and I think that's where it should go back to the service.
Yeah.
As
She talked to.
why do you not have a substitute coming in? We have people that rely on their lunches.
Right, they do. But like I said, me, no problem.
Could you do it? Could you do it? Art?
Could I do it?
Yeah. I mean, and I'm just asking.
Or could you just bring everybody to Duchess?
I think what it's gonna take is
Yeah,
Chris to call the office
Yes.
and find out what the problem is, why they don't have a substitute. These people are relying on their lunches, and then Chris will get the answer and notify the people.
Like I said, we called Alicia, it's Alicia's decision. It's down.
okay. And did they give you notice or anything on the door saying how long it's gonna be down, or they just word of mouth, Marie told
That's
you?
terrible.
Supposedly, if that happens. Alicia's supposed to put down the notice on the door,
Okay, so no lunch this week so far.
And then next week.
not next week.
Alright.
Yeah, that's,
I don't know which
we-
one, but there's.
unfortunately, it's not our service. It's
that's fine.
Western Connecticut Area on Agency. They provide, or they have the grant for that. And the food provider is CW Resources.
I just didn't
And that's
know.
Keisha or Alicia, yeah. Yeah, but I'll get to the bottom of it, you know, I don't know if they don't have the staffing. But, I'll find out what's going on.
Could meals get
But
dropped
also-
off and have the people come and get their meals and take them home? Could they
Tried
do
that
that?
once. The
No.
problem is. Well. The meals you get on that basis, are the same meals that you would get on Meals on Wheels.
Right, right,
And people do not like it.
okay.
I mean, it's a good diet plan, you know, maybe it is.
Yeah,
It's like, they just don't like their food.
but if they're not gonna provide the service, the dining service, because the cook isn't here or whatever, they should at least give an alternate. I agree with that.
And that's the way it was before.
Yeah. I know that's not great though, the box, I know they didn't like the box lunch program anyway.
No.
So I don't know if it would make anybody happier, but
Before too.
yeah,
Did anybody talk to the coordinator? Because I believe she's here on Friday, isn't she?
Yes,
Rosalie.
we're closed up.
They don't have
Nothing.
nothing.
But if she's here,
oh, she
this
can
is
in
the
talk to
time
agency.
for somebody to call her. She has the phone number. You don't have to be here physically. Call her, explain the problem. This is under her.
Mhm.
So maybe nobody contact Rosalie.
Yeah, Rosalie's only here 1 day a week, she works with Western Connecticut Area Agency.
But
Thank
she
you for
she
bringing it up.
does have a phone
Thank you
number
for bringing it up.
for when she's not here.
But I will find out the details and try and update
I just
everybody.
didn't know how we would,
Yeah,
you know, the house.
yeah.
That's-
Unfortunately,
I'm
not at
wondering.
all, yeah, because it's a government sponsored site, we do qualify for the meal because it's elderly.
Yeah.
But, you know, other than that, we have no say in, it. And,
Right.
you know,
Or who would shut this down?
We shut her down.
Who would shut this site down if nobody is here to serve?
You talk about the move itself or the.
CW Resources, they won't
would
send,
shut it
they
down?
won't, no, they won't send the food if they don't
Oh,
have a
okay.
server
Oh,
here. Because you have to have somebody to distribute the food, it comes in big
Right,
trays.
right, yeah.
So if they don't have a server, they don't send the food over, so that's the issue, but I don't see why they can't send an alternate.
Right,
I don't know if they would accept a volunteer from site to do it, because you kind of have to use the kitchen.
right, yes.
There's protocol with handling, you know? So I'll get to the bottom of it and give everyone some insight.
I would have the authorization to stuff.
I'm surprised nobody else called you. I
Yeah,
was
it's
surprised
the first
nobody
I've
else.
heard of it. Oh, they didn't say anything. We'll find out, you know?
All right, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Art.
Thanks, Art, I'll let you know.
All right, anybody else? Okay,
I was wondering if anything has, been talked about putting new bathrooms in?
bathrooms here at the
Putting
We
new
Drive.
bathrooms in.
I don't know.
Not in the plans right now, you know, right now, yeah, right now we're doing site work, up the hill, the other site, we're doing the concrete and the paving. And next is probably gonna be the same thing here. We need new, paving here as well. So bathrooms,
All we need is a shower, that's all.
oh, you're talking about walk-in showers.
Right, just.
Yeah, that's, yeah, I know that's, even our handicap units do not have walk-in showers. Yeah. I mean, I've looked into tub cuts, that's more effective or cost effective. Yeah. I did some research on it to see.
So much cheaper.
The only thing is with a tub cut, you know, if you go in there and you do take a bath, you've got to sit in there until the water drains because you can't open the door, you know?
When I saw one, that you just take the pot and no water or anything, you can't use the water anymore. You just open it. And you get it out.
Use it as a shower.
And it's so cheap, I mean, anybody can do it, I never heard.
I think when they built the site, you know, back in the 70s, people took baths, so people wanted the bathtub, but now, I mean, I think a shower is more conducive too.
Especially to an older
Yeah.
person, I mean, if there's so much a shower, getting into the
Yeah. Well, that's the modification, you know, the less expensive modification, because if you have to re-pour the floor and everything, if you replace them all with walk-in showers.
If they wanted to pay for it.
No, not individually, no, because everything has to be uniform here, because it's HUD sponsored, so we would have to make those changes with HUD's consent, and they have to spec it out and approve it all. But I'll, I'll look into it for the future, but I know in our plan, like, we kind of plan out like 3 years in advance. And that's, right now, we're focusing on site work, but that could be one of the things we look at
I
next.
just don't understand.
So if everything has to be uniform, the new gentleman that moved in cannot have a bidet, am I correct?
Hey,
Bidet, well, but he,
They're generally not gonna get.
yeah,
We're gonna get one.
that's what I want to know. He wants warm and cold water too.
No, yeah, no.
He's gonna pay for it himself.
Don't.
One at a time. One at a time, please.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I got something like that, so.
You could do that.
That's not in the plans. Plans, as far as I know. No, no, you can't modify it like that.
All right, anybody else?
I never said that, I'm like, you better check that out.
Give it a bang.
Anyway,
you could buy these bidets off of Amazon, a friend of mine did it. And, it's very easy to install. You just put it right in.
All right, and
I'm talking for a friend, I don't.
yes.
And in her hand, had her hand. Hold on, please.
Oh, okay, see. Ann McGowan, 12 feet, yes, what, 10C. How long technically is somebody allowed to be here as a guest?
As a guest, 30 days per year, 2 weeks at a time.
Okay, we have a resident who has, a younger person. And, okay, he doesn't sleep there, but he's there from 9:30, 10 o'clock in the morning until at least 10:30 at night for the last 3 months. Is that kosher?
No, not if he's not approved and if he's not a live-in aid, I'd have to check into that. I mean, you can give me the information after the meeting, tell me what unit that is,
Yep.
so I can look into that. But you're sure the person's not on the lease?
Not that I know of.
Okay, we'll check that on our end, so
It's not a relative.
just let me know the apartment number, please, after the meeting.
Any more questions?
Anyone else have any questions? Or want to say anything before we go into another commissioner's comments? Anyone else? Okay. Commissioner's comments, anybody have any comments?
Yeah,
Okay,
Chrissy, that building 36 with the cat and the dog. Now, she's already had 2 litters of cats and now she's letting her out again.
Yeah, the animal control is involved in that because they reached out to me.
Right, so what are they
And-
doing about it?
Well, the animal control is handling the complaint, so I asked them to please, provide some type of low income sterilization ideas for the tenant, because obviously it's gonna keep happening.
Yeah, because she's keep letting it out. It's probably pregnant again already.
Yeah.
Why
So,
didn't you get it fixed?
Hmm?
Why didn't you get it fixed?
That's what we said.
Yeah. I don't know if it's a transportation issue, financial constraints, I don't know what the reasons are. But, I know animal control is looking into that, so I'm waiting to hear back.
I thought it was in the lease that.
Yeah, if you have a pet, it's supposed to be sterilized.
Yeah.
Right.
Correct.
Correct.
Okay, well, Commissioner comments.
any other commissioners?
I don't have anything.
I'll talk to you after.
Mhm.
All right, thank you. Somebody make a motion to adjourn the meeting?
I make a motion.
To make a motion?
I did.
I second the motion.
Okay,
And it's 5:50.
we are closing at 5:55. Thank you, adjourning.
Thank you for coming.
Hi. Are you beating?
I was looking for adjournment, but was. Usually have it under.
I know, right?
Sorry. I'm gonna call you.
Sure. You just stop.
Take me home.
Oh, okay.